also a little bit back. With me, since I was young, some shit happened with me. I was 13 or so, and my older male custody since I was like 3 years old to like 5, wasn't shit to me. They didn't know whether it was only just touching whatever, or as old penetration and stuff. Because they caught him when he was starting to shit. Like I was around like 3 or 5. So I was 5 years old when he caught him. Later on, when I was roughly 9, there was a female in my neighborhood that was about 2 years older than me, and also was teaching me stuff, about me. Because apparently she was also messing around with a kid that was around like 12, when she was, I guess, 11. I was like 8 or 9. But she was, going over to that guy's house for playing, but they were actually, fucking around, whatever. And that's when I got, my erection, stuff like that, with it. And she was kind of like showing me, teaching me that stuff. After that, I was roughly, 10 or 11, and had my female cousin, who was about 16, 17. I was supposed to pick up, I guess, some, dishes, stuff like that. Or, like, plates and Tupperware, stuff like that. Because, my aunts and my cousins live literally across the street. So I don't know their, aunts and uncles, but they weren't home for another 40 minutes. They said, well, come inside, There's something inside. They told me, I get everything out first, let her just wait in my room. So, took me upstairs, laid there, and later said, okay, well, I got some stuff, but first, give me a minute. It took about, 4 minutes or so. She came back to her room, where I was sitting in her bed waiting, and she had, lingerie, when she came back afterwards. And, I was a little bit frozen, just sitting there, and she started, sitting, on my crotch and stuff, when I was, she was already, rubbing and sitting and tongue, whatever, and she was, kind of trying to take my V type of shit. But eventually, because she took a while to, dress up and get the lingerie and everything, she was a bit worried about time. She looked at the time and was like, okay, that's it. And she was, well, it was hard. I was like, knew she was my cousin, but at the time, especially because I had no cousin who was messing around with me, and then had a girl who was older than me that was also, toying with my, memory stuff. They had older in the cousin. I knew, kind of it was bad and shit, but because it's going, happening to you and stuff, with different people, I kind of knew it was bad, but I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. It's something you realize kind of it's bad to do, let's say alcohol, whatever, but when it's given to you, let's say your uncle gives it to you, whatever, you know that drinking alcohol is bad, but because your uncle is giving it to you, or a family member gives you some alcohol, whatever, tastes like, go ahead, drink it. You're like, well, it's them doing it, giving it, whatever, then kind of go along with it. So that's what I was doing. But when I was 16, I started talking to a woman, and she was, 16, she was like 24-ish, and we got close. She had a daughter for the daughter was like 6 months, 10 months or so, to a year. I talked to her for months, whatever. I was 17. She was 24, 25. And then eventually, I ended up dating her. And she lived 4 hours away from me. And she sometimes visited her friends, stayed there there for a week or so, and that was like, close by me actually, half an hour away. So when I was 17, I was able to get in my car, and drive and see her for the first time for our first date and stuff. I took her, I remember this, my first date ever, never kissed a girl or mess around, except, when people fucked around with me when I was young. But with her, I was 16, 17, and, movie theater, we watched, Life of Pi. I don't know if you saw it or not. The one with the guy, kid in the boat, I'm sure they got stranded with, a tiger, fucking whatever. We watched that movie, and I remember we went to like a Denny's after for dinner, and we ate. And during the movie, I was like kind of like holding her hand, kind of like holding her, wrapping my arm around her shoulder and stuff. During the movie, that was it. That's the most it went. But dinner, she was biting, eating her food, whatever. But then afterwards, I leaned in, like, while she was eating half of a shrimp, and that was like the first kiss. Well, first kiss willingly I had. After that, we ate, just I paid, and then I was taking her to the train station because she didn't drive. She would take a train back close by home, and she would walk back at her friend's house that was close by. So I was taking her to the train station, and they said, "Oh, wait me." I said, "Well, we finished our date. We went to a movie, we ate dinner. We're good, right?" They said, "No, well, we're dating. We're gonna actually, have sex." I was like, "Oh, this is, you're my first girlfriend. This is the first date I've ever been to. And now, kind of want me to lose my V on the first date, being my first girlfriend." She's like, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "You love me, right? You say you love me." And we said, we're gonna be together this water. I said, "Well, I'm kind of not ready for that." But she brought the point again. We're dating, we're together. So, we are intimate because we're a couple, stuff like that. But then I'm like, in your head, like, when you hear the voice, like, "Stop being a pussy, stop being into this," and whatever, like, damn, a girl's trying to go for you, trying to, have sex with you and stuff. So then I did. To be honest, I did it really well for the first time and stuff. So that boosted my confidence. But also in the end, reflecting, I wasn't ready still for it to happen. And then every time she would come visit and see me, it would be, at the end of the day, always would have sex. Always will be us, together, sex, stuff like that. In the end, I got an injury and shit with my spine, and I couldn't see her for like 2 months because spine injury. Couldn't drive. She was 4 hours away. She wasn't, going to her senses. So I was here. At the end, with spine injury, I took about 21 Tylenol pills, driving 4 hours away. Just here. For 2 months. Later on, I found out she was pregnant and stuff. I was like, well, shit, it'd be fucking real hard and stuff, but she actually had a daughter already. She was 2 years old by then. But I said, I'll do whatever I can, to raise whatever. But the thing is, she told me the weeks, and which told me how old the fetus was. It was during the time that I had a spine injury and I couldn't see her for 2 months. Let's cut forwards towards, CG time. Yes, I did fuck up shit. I admitted it. I apologized to them. The thing is, it wasn't me messing, like, role playing with them, cuddly, intimate, stuff like that, and eventually give it in. It's literally, we're talking, we're chilling, just talking, eventually just role play, but it's not intimate. It's literally just role play. But eventually, it comes to me because if you remember or not, people will come to me about their problems, about drama, about coochie, understand, to know what's going on. And he wanted me to talk to him help. Eventually, I broke off for it, called me a cop, how fucked up it is that they're fucking depressed, suicidal, etc. No, I'm not trying to play down what I did in my part. But what I am gonna say is, it wasn't just me. I was hunting down to try to fuck around with them. It was because I wanted to help them out with the role, comforting them, being there, helping them. Yes, the one problem about that story, about, what I'm saying is, the pics and stuff. That's what's really fucked up. It was. That is my, the sexual side about that. There is no excuse about the pictures and stuff. But if there's only one saving grace, it is. I did ask them, they're okay, they comfortable, yes or no, with that. Well, I asked for them, because I was pretty fucked up at the time. I was. It was really messed up for me to ask all that shit. Period. But, the difference is, the one good thing about me, I think you saw the screenshot of about America, the house, where Alice got pissed off and only tried to expose me. Why? Because Alice told me, come visit me, have sex with me, come see me, now, visit me, I need you to comfort me, I need intimacy. What did I say? No, I'm sorry, I can't. You know what, maybe when you're 18, maybe, but no, I'm gonna see you right now. And to be honest, even when I turn 18, I probably wouldn't even visit them, period. Because I'm pretty paranoid visiting people and meeting them. Only with Amy, the one who I was dating with, who's 21, when I was dating her, only because she came to see me, flew her plane to come see me and stuff, that's why I went to see her afterwards with him. But despite that, Alice literally was telling me, come see me. That's everything. Her ex, Lyoko, was showing her since she was, 15? And she was like 19 or so? And she was having sex with her, but like anal stuff. And they were having sex together. And she was fucking real hurt. Because he would cheat on her. And then what she did? Every time she came to me asking for girlfriend. Every time she came to me saying that she's hurt. Because he cheated on her and left her. So what if he broke up? And she asked for comfort. For cuddling, for kissing, for whatever. I said no. He said that, the fourth time she told me, she was sending nudes. I think people remember. It was in roleplay too. This guy was 28 years old. She was 16. And she was sending nudes to fucking her ex went her account. It was fucking blowing up because she was sending nudes. He said, fuck it. Tell me, comfort me, give me affection, this and whatever, or I'm just gonna expose myself pretty much to all these older guys I knew. And go to shit because I need that confirmation, I need that intimacy, I need that, what's called, validation from them. Because her ex was fucking around, and she felt ugly, she felt this, she felt that, whatever. And then she was pressuring me to go actually meet her in person, to go, have sex. And that's why when I posted screenshots, some people hated me, yes. You're part of them, they really hated me. But there's some people that didn't. Why? Because they saw my screenshots and said, damn, she is fucked up, but she literally is telling them some doesn't have sex. And she didn't say a word to anyone else, except once I rejected her. Once I rejected going to see her stuff. That's the only time that she actually exposed her. And guess what? If she didn't say about me in the video call, trying to, mess around and fucking, the sexual stuff on the video call, it was literally her telling me, you wanna see how desperate he is? My ex is that? He's still calling me, video calling me, trying to spend time with me, wanna see him. But yeah, she had two devices. She was already on the call with her on video, and they were talking, he was playing his game and stuff, but after his match, he literally told her, turn around, take it off, this, that, whatever. And she was doing it in front of me, and I should have just left. At that point, yes, I should have just left when she was fucking, undressed. I didn't. Didn't sis. We were fucking playing around with each other. The thing is, she was like her ex, who fucking 20 years old, that they met, they had sex already. They already been banging me in real life. And she was there to show how desperate he was to me. How much he still wanted her. Despite that, she still wanted me to fucking meet with her. I'm second parking. Any questions you have, ask them now. While I'm parking, okay? So post them already. Yeah, that's the thing for people in. Hope you already posted. Okay, that's a lot of reading. I won't have time right now to answer, but ask questions right now in that smaller form. Questions. If you have any. So I can answer right now. Because I only have like 2 minutes with you. So ask anything, whatever it is. Go ahead. I'll read whatever you sent later when I have a little bit more time. So, what is it? Ask me. Now, the thing is with that, why I did this stuff, didn't ask them how it started. It's because they got hurt, cheated on, something happened. They come to me, ask advice, ask for this, whatever. Ends up being a role play as well, along with advice. And then they end up, falling for me because I'm there being helpful, being nice and kind to them after they got hurt, cheated on, left. And them being young, they kind of, lean on that person after they help them. Because you've seen those people, they help someone out, and they just, 2 days later, a week later, they're dating already. Yes. Yes. And the thing is also, I told him also afterwards, when shit happened, I told him too, do not confuse love or care. Do not confuse the intimacy and stuff from someone helping you for you being in love with someone. Because you're in a desperate situation and you're giving yourself to that person because they're helping you. The thing is, you're vulnerable at it. You can't really think straight. And they're helping you because you need help. What happens when you need help? When they don't know about it, or when it's consistent, or because this and that, depending on the situation. What if it's because of them? Everything's different. That's what I explained to them. Exactly. That's what so I was upset. Because I said, I'm here to try to help you stuff, but you want that intimacy though. You're telling me to kiss you and comfort you, roleplay wise, but in an intimate way. But I'm trying to talk to you and help you. So no, if you want, to comfort me like roleplay wise, I'll go somewhere else. I'll go with them. I'm like, what the fuck? And 3 times I told her, go ahead. And she went ahead fucking around with those guys, ended up with her ex a little bit again. Boom. Was with them for a while. Shit happened, break up again. Months later, shit happens, whatever, break up, fucking around with her. But only thing that got to me was she told me that 28-year-old whatever, I'm not sending more shit, and you know what? If he's close by, I'm gonna actually, fuck her, I'm gonna meet them. I'm gonna do shit, Like, I'll let him. Because I need someone to make me forget. And she was actually gonna meet someone that old that she didn't really know to comfort her, to get over her ex. But meeting them to, like, sending shit and meeting them, she barely fucking knew. And, it might be a guilt trip, but I shouldn't have done it, but it was a guilt trip where I felt fucking responsible, and I felt like I could stop and shit. And no, that's not an excuse. It's fucked up what I did. I agree. But I didn't want shit to go any deeper after that happened. Mm-hmm. That's why nowadays, I ask, someone PMs me, message, even if they need help, I ask for age. They tell me they're 17 or younger. If they really need the help, I help afterwards. No role play, nothing. That's it. I'll just help you out a little bit. I can guide you a little bit, to someone that can help you. But me personally, I'll help you at that time so you're okay. And then if you need more help, I'll get someone else or whatever. That's it. Yes, I already know I fucked up. I know fucking what I did before messed up and shit. Yeah, I understand that. I apologize about it. I admitted it's fucked up. And to be honest, some of them are really more messed up now than before they met me. And I can't say as many times sorry to fix it. I understand it too. The difference is, till people bring it up over and over, because yes, they only fucked up a bit, a bit messed up because of me, but they're not doing it because they're messed up. They're doing it because they want that attention, they want that clout, they want that attention of what he did to me, this and that, whatever. And they don't care when I show the screenshots of them fucking begging to meet in person in real life to have sex, and I reject them for that. And people don't even give a fuck about that. Like, Dark Shed, I saw him fucking in roleplay chat there. Him and Jazzy, he's been fucking getting news from her shit for years. He's been fucking 13 years old. 13-year-old and nudes. ERP. Years. He's been messing around with a lot of girls. Period. Dating them. Secretly. Period. And yet he's so respected and people like him. And people are so fucking friends with him. Fucking Dennis. Dennis too. Was fucking banging Luis and I think another girl too. Frederick. King Frederick too. Was banging fucking young girls and shit like that. Coming after me for the bullshit from before. And yet he was willingly knowing how old they were doing that shit too. But he said, oh, I got Asperger's or whatever. That was his excuse. That he has like the high functioning fucking Down syndrome shit. That doesn't matter if they tell you how old they are, just say whatever, and you see how people are upset that you do that, and you're trying to call me out for that shit. That's not an excuse for you to do shit like that secretly and then attack me for it. thing. I'm not trying to argue that what I did was not wrong or messed up. Because I admitted that it was messed up what I did. And I apologized years ago too. But to be honest, Gabriel, if anything actually does happen, someone actually, gets within police, FBI, whatever, they get them on my case and they come after me, shit like that, that's fine. If it happens, it happens. But guess what? I have my phone with a lot of screenshots with a lot of other people in there that are actually respected fucking in those chats. A lot of people that they fucked around, messed around, got nudes, did this, blackmailed. And that those people who come after me about that shit will be really fucking upset because they will get caught up on that shit. Period. To be honest, thank you for listening. I didn't tell you everything in detail what happened to me, but it's better if you keep it more to yourself, what I went through and shit. But at least now you kind of realize things aren't just, cut and dry. I'm fucked up trying to mess around, you know, with young girls, stuff like that. I didn't. I was going for older ones, to be honest. Or mature ones. I was happy with them. Except, the thing that fucked me up was trying to save them. Help those people. Because I grew up with people who actually got me into self-harm and stuff. Because they needed help. I self-harmed only because I had dated someone who was suicidal, self-harmed, this and whatever. And I felt that loneliness, that bottomless pit where I couldn't do anything. I was alone. And I didn't want to be in that pit. Or anyone else that I knew. So I did try to help them. Eventually they wanted comfort. They wanted a bit more. And I knew that it was bad where it was going. But I felt like I still had to help them out. Make them feel better. Happy. Yes. It was also for my own gain as well. Not just for them. But it wasn't that I was attracted to them young. It was the thing that what attracted me was being special. Being that important to them. Being someone that could save them. Because that happened also to my older friends, people who are older than me and stuff. Or went some difficult ass shit. And because I was really helping them out and feel better, saving them, I had that feeling. I'm like, it wasn't because I was attracted to them. It was because I felt like I was actually a big part of that life. I was that important. And I realized that's the thing I was chasing really was that validation. That I am someone that matters. Because for all my life, I didn't feel like I belonged. Or had a place for myself. Or somewhere that I knew that it was mine to call, my own. I was chasing a place to feel like I am important. I matter. That I am special. And through that, I was falling in that trap. Where I was fucking up and messing up. Hurting others as well. Like I said, my own friends talk to me about this person, this guy, this, that, whatever. And I kind of see the pattern a little bit, whatever. And they're, 15, 16, whatever. I told them, hey, just so you know, I feel like they're gonna try, to intimate, close, whatever, but eventually they're gonna move on, stuff like that. They're probably gonna use you. And eventually it happens. So I do try to warn people about it. And literally have people messaging me like, they're this age, whatever, and they're just talking like, just talk, hey, just talk to me. Even during school, I'll message you, just let's get to know each other, this, whatever. I'm like, no, I'm keeping that wall, that boundary where I won't even try to get to know you. Because I know how it can end up being. So I don't even allow a bond to establish or to get close where they can then be like, oh, help me. Or help. We're friends, right? We're kind of close. Help me. I need this, I need that, whatever. And where you don't have a position to like guilt trip me or use, that friendship or bond as leverage. Mm-hmm. That's why after all that's happened, I do give advice if it's asked. Whatever, I don't push it. They want to listen, they want to keep doing what they're doing, I let it go. I don't put extra effort to tell them, help them, to try to make them understand. Like, no, I told you what might happen, what could happen, how can it affect you, but if you still want to go through with it, go ahead. But that's it. I'm moving on, gonna focus on other things, leave it there. I don't invest like my favorite stuff to it. Because then it can be used against me where I feel guilty or responsible over what happens after. To be honest, when I was younger, being like 10 or so, I was a bit more mature than my age. Because I went through bullshit and depression, so I try to help people. Because I felt I don't want them to go through what I did, especially alone. I want to suffer, I want to get cheated on, be hurt, to feel that sadness like I did. And I taught myself into, being there for them, helping them, make them feel better, make them feel loved, saying, oh, no one loves me, no one cares about me, no one this, whatever. I'm by myself. That's it. I got cheated on, I got hurt, this and that. There's nothing for me left. And I'll be like, because that's how I feel. I still struggle with that where I feel like no one really wants to be by me or I'm unattractive or this and that. I have a lot of self-confidence issues. And I don't want them to feel the same way. And they kind of see that, realize a little bit, and kind of use that to get me to comfort. And yes, it's a two-way street. I did it also. I agreed to it, and I did it too. admit that I was wrong. I'm not saying that I'm saying I didn't freely try to go in and do bullshit, period, you know? It was because I wanted them to be happy, to feel better, safe, wanted, loved. It's okay, or it's an excuse, or whatever. For me growing up, like I said, older me, doing shit to me, messing around with me, doing that stuff to me as well. Or even my ex also talked me into it, saying, doing this sexual stuff, losing your V, doing this, whatever. That's love, that's affection, that's intimacy. Don't you love me? Why are we dating if you don't want to lose your V to me? You're with me. 17, barely. They're at 25. I'm not saying anything, didn't tell people, didn't report nothing. Because it might be wrong to your eyes or whoever else's eyes and stuff. But to me, because we were together dating stuff, it wasn't wrong. Because I chose to date her. I chose to be with her. I chose to have that bond with her. But that's why it messed me up a little bit too. That she convinced me as well that it wasn't wrong. That what we did was because we're together. We have to do it. That's the difference. Not because I was ready for it, or because I wanted, or because, I chose to. I was talked into it. I was told, if you love me, you have to do this. That shows our love, our intimacy. So, having sex, being, sexual, stuff like that, it was only not because we're dating. It was okay because, despite ages, whatever it is, because we're together, it was fine. And like I said, some try to make me meet a person in real life. Not for like sex and shit, but just to meet, to cuddle, to hug, to this and that. Even asked them, I fucking rejected. I said no. We're not gonna meet. If one day we are, or whatever, that's when y'all are over. Period. Once you're older and shit then, of age, maybe we can meet. Then we'll talk about it. That's what pissed me off. Yeah. With Asha. He just jumped on me. Despite showing screenshots, everything. Our conversations, all the screenshots about what we talked about, what we did. Ooh. The fucking video call. Literally showing that, oh, my ex is here. You want to see what he does, what he says, and whatever. Okay, fuck it, yeah. I showed them literally, she didn't say, I'm gonna be naked, I'm gonna fuck around, I'm gonna touch myself. Literally, they showed, look how that's my exes. Look, he's trying to talk to me to whatever. You wanna see? Fuck it, yeah, I'll watch. Literally, 10 minutes in, after him playing his game, shut up. Boom. Go into naked. Play yourself. And yes, my fault was staying in that fucking car and watching. But the thing is, everyone's saying, you're trying to fuck around with her. You're just doing, ERP fucking on video call. This is not whatever. No, I literally fucking show the fucking screenshots what the fuck happened, and y'all don't care. And I show the screenshots when she got pissed off and finally fucking decided she didn't fucking expose me. Why? Her being 16, telling me to go visit her before her birthday. to go have sex with her. Like I said, I fucked up. I didn't know that shit. I did. But the only reason I was exposed was because I didn't go see her in real life have sex. And guess what? She would have done it because she already did that with fucking her ex Yoko. Literally, they're having sex. People knew about it, and some accepted it. Some didn't bring it up and shit. About him being bad and shit. They got used to it. They were accepting that shit. That they met in real life, had sex, and talked about it in fucking chat. And no one fucking brought that shit up. One reason he had the motive is because Edgy was living with Athanatos, Maddie. They're living together for like what, 5 months or so? Where Maddie told her mom that her girlfriend was got kicked out from home and she was 16 and shit. But she was what, 23 at the time? Edgy? Like 2 years ago and shit? And literally they were talking about having sex during the night and shit, whatever. And Sin fucking got interested and shit and started talking to him about having a threesome in her life. Because Edgy was having sex with her already. And fucking Sin wanted to join in. But people went against Sin, but they didn't fucking bring up shit about fucking Edgy. And that's been for like years now. Until now, where Jalapeno finally, when I brought it up and shit, she's finally talking shit about Edgy. Cause you seen that too, where Edgy's talking to fucking chat, whatever, talking to her ex, Athanatos, whatever, they're talking together and shit, with Atha talking to her girlfriend, whatever it is, their partner and shit, and fucking Edgy jumps in and shit, saying, oh yeah, no, that's definitely, yeah, I'll definitely eat that, or like sexual fucking delicious shit, and people just fucking accept it, like literally. And people accepted it until I brought it up, literally, and finally, Hallie fucking started talking shit, but Edgy was already left. You know, Edgy's already gone. So what's the point? So that's why fucking I'm like, people don't even give a fuck about what really goes on. They just care about the fucking clout. They care about the drama. They care about fucking just getting their name out there. That's a respect, you know, how you are. How you act because you actually stick true to what you believe. You don't care about the bandwagon, whatever, you actually listen. You kind of realize what's bullshit, what's not. So, everything I told you, you can take everything as bullshit or lying or an excuse for how I've acted or for what I've done. I don't really care. I open up to you. And that's why some people actually stick by me, despite everything that's happened. Because it is fucked up. And they know it is too. So I told them too, that's fucked up. But you realize also my life, what I did, how I responded, and how I think about it. And fucked up. I'm not gonna give in to pressure or guilt trip or anything. I'm going right now, almost to my friend's house. So I'm like 10 seconds away. But like I said, agree, disagree, whatever you want. But that's my piece, like I said. Up to you what you decide. I'll message you soon. Text you. But thank you for listening. I'll reply soon.